pay it back to you guys. And I figured a better way to do it than let's do some break credit for Topps Chrome. That was the idea with it. So we'll start Topps Chrome most likely next Friday night here on Friday Night Zebra Breaks. I'm pulling up the stuff so we can do the random real quick. While I'm doing that, let's talk a little shipping. So shipping didn't go out last week because I was in Dallas and I was there through Sunday. We came back and streamed and dug into the week. I'm shipping out tonight and tomorrow morning. Everything from the last week and a half. I'll put up a list in Discord later tonight of those who have shipping or those who have paid for shipping. We'll have a ship list there. We'll ship out this coming week like normal. Topps Chrome. So we're running up against the National. So here's what's going to happen. And this kind of gives a little schedule idea as well. Right now, we're looking at next Friday and next Sunday, and then that's it for the National. I need a couple of days to be able to try to ship out what we do on Friday and Sunday, and then I'm out first thing Wednesday morning to Chicago for the National, and I'm there all week. So any Chrome we do next Friday and next Sunday night will go out before I leave for Chicago. I've already talked to my sorter about it. We're going to make it work. So that way Chrome's in your guys' hands as I'm heading to Chicago. So that is kind of the plan going into next week or going into the week of the National. So through next week and into the following for Chicago. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions about it, please say something. DM me, say it here in the chat in the stream, if and or the other. But I hope that kind of lays out where we're going here. I got to give a shout out to my sorter, Matt Sermanic. Matt's been great. The turnaround time has been great. I am going to start moving my shipping dates into the weekend because I am taking the stuff up to the shop and it's being sorted there. And with his schedule to get it back, it takes a day and a half, give or take. Shipping tomorrow and then shipping again this coming week. So anything we rip this weekend into Chrome, we can ship out again. So there's actually 3 shipping dates. So you're looking at essentially, it's going to be bam, bam, bam. From a calendar standpoint, you're looking at shipping tomorrow, the 19th. You're looking at shipping the 26th and the 29th, unless you guys would rather not ship next week. So anything starting tonight would go out the 29th. I leave it to you guys, and you can make that decision in Discord in the shipping section. If you want to hold this week and throw Topps Chrome in with it and get one package, more than welcome to do so. But for people that don't want to and want something next week before Chrome, you'll get 2 packages in a short turnaround. I'm not opposed to doing that. So I can go either way with that, if that makes sense. If you have questions, throw it out in the chat while we're doing the random. So let's kick off. Let's start with the Topps Chrome. Let's start with the giveaway, Chrome giveaway breaks. So we're going to start. Let me get over here. We're going to start with 424, Draft Jumbo, Bowman Mega, and Blaster. I've got it up and loaded. Let's take you guys over and let's get cracking. What's up, Locomotion? All right, here we go. 7 times. Let's do our teams. Hopefully that makes sense, everybody. I'd like to think it does. Five times up. All right, take a look at this. So, Jason Ballou with Toronto, Dan Cermak, Atlanta, Mitch Barnes, St. Louis, Ben Berry, Philly, Casey Dodgers, Dan Cermak, Cleveland, Chicago, Phil Moore, Kansas City, Tim Bowling, Mets, Andrew Moore, Angels, Casey, Milwaukee, Steve Rizzo's Cincinnati. Tamboli, Detroit. Bill Grake, Rockies, Marlins. Rapoli, Houston. Hountling, Twins. Mike Foreman, Texas. Emart, Cubs. Osberg, Giants. Bill Grake, Oakland. Furtman got your Yankees. Cermak, Boston. Andrew Moore, San Diego. Mr. Bag, Arizona. Foreman, Seattle. Pinkston, Tampa. Dan, Pirates. Furtman, Nats. Phil Moore, Baltimore. Phil, you got your team. Multiple people got their team in this one. Caminero, Pinkston. Caminero in the 24 stuff. Yeah, Furtman got his Yankees. Phil, you got Baltimore. This is not in draft. I have to think. Draft prospects. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking Inception off the top of my head. I don't know, to be honest with you, off the top of my head on remembering checklists like that. There you go. Pinkston, Furtman's willing to trade you Washington for Tampa. What's up, Mammer? Marlins and Rockies. Reds for Tigers or Red Sox? Let's see here. Pinkston, Nats for Tampa is on the table if you want it. All right. Phillies for Nats. Ben or Furtman? All right. Any other offers? Forgot about Seaver King. We've kind of floated in Tampa Bay mode there. We kind of floated in 24 mode for a little bit. Now you kind of, it's like, all right, we got to flip back. Hey, Casey, how are you? Casey, you've got Dodgers, Milwaukee in this one. Yeah, it's like we got to kind of need like a little bit of a time portal basically to bring this all together. Right. $24 draft, $25 blaster, and mega. Yep. Also tonight, if anyone's feeling froggy on football, I put up a box of Signature Class Hobby. If anybody wants to take a leap and someone wants to get saucy on a personal rip, I don't do that a whole lot, but I got one extra. I figured I'd throw up tonight if anybody's feeling froggy tonight. All right, last call for trades here. Go once. Going twice. What's up, Osberg? What's up, Squirrely Raccoon? How are you? What's up, Pitlick? How are you? What's up, Colonel? Yeah, I was talking to my brother. I was talking to my brother about that. Give me a sec here. Give me one more sec here, guys. Oh, morning. Good Lord. Good Lord. All right, give me one more sec here. I'm trying to see if I can get Instagram going here. All right. All right, trade window closed. Let's do this. What's up, Matthew, 1981? Let's bring you guys back over. Got it all laid out here so we can get to ripping. We'll set this up. One sec. We're going to set this up so you guys can see this. Alrighty, and it's up for YouTube, so you guys can see it as well. Perfect. Alrighty, let's do this. Here we go. So we're going to work our way up. Blaster, Mega, and then we'll do draft while we're at it. All right. Here we go. So we got 18 spots left in the second one. So after this, after we rip, then we'll do the giveaway for the first round of break credit for Topps Chrome. When you decide on what break you want to use, just let me know. Message me in Discord or on here, and I can adjust things accordingly for you for whatever break spot or spots you may want if you decide to go that route. I hope that all makes sense. If it doesn't, tell me, and I'll figure out a different way to say it. All right. First up on Bowman here. Walcott VIP. Jonathan Suarez. Rockstar rookie Sasong Kim. Cano Hernandez. Kendall Christian Campbell. DeVries Greatness Loading. Petre first. Caldabarge first. Snake Skin. Minnesota Jacob Houtling. All right. Witt Jr. Card Shop. I really need to find his auto from this. That may be something for the fall. Weatherholt. Aiden Smith. Emil Morales. Savage 100. Dioff first. Jonathan first. Speckle to 299. 126 to 299. Mets for Tamboli. Amador Rookie of the Year. McGonigal. McAdoo. Hansel Luis. And that does it for the blaster. Mega Box. Benberry, B Squared, how are they? What are they calling? What are they calling for? Are they calling like tornado chances? I was talking to my brother on the way home from the shop, and he was telling me in Detroit that they're going full modes because they're talking all hazards, including tornadoes. What's up, Debalmania over on Instagram? Paulina Santana, Anglet Urena. That's good. At least it'll be short if it is. Johnny Level first. San Francisco, Nick Osberg, D'Angelo Ortiz. Dawell Joseph, Bazana. Aiden Smith, Elvin Garcia. Okay, that does it for the base packs. All right, Mojo packs. Witt, J-Ram. Rhett Lauder, rookie. Cags to 250. 179 of 250. Kansas City, Phil Moore. Take that. Soto. Weatherholt first, St. Louis, Mitch Barnes. Turner, Lindor. Trace Sweeney, Rookie of the Year for Detroit, and Caminero. To round that out. Coach is in. All right. Here's the main event of this one. If I remember correctly, we did bottom first because the top one always carried the auto. If I remember correctly. Chase Burns in the paper. Bazana, Cash. All right, here we go. Bradfield Jr., Braylon Morrell, Byron Chorio, Roman Anthony, Shingen Lin, Morales, Griffin Herring first, Shepardson first, Schlesinger first, Perez, Noble Meyer, Cooper Pratt, Nick Mitchell, Tibbs III, Kalen Culpepper first, Chase Harlan first, Casey Cook, Jamie Farrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Celestin in action, Seattle, Mike Foreman. And then a Seaver King in tune to fix the first half. And I was right. Auto's in the top half of this. Here we go. It's almost that time. We're going to have dreads sooner rather than later. We're going to be blown through Chrome, and it'll be time for draft again. Guanipa, Basalo, Asensio, Perdomo, Aiden Major, Langevin first, Chandler Welch first, DeVries, Brazaban, Walcott, Tinkentz, Cespedes. What's up, Corey? Bazana first refractor, Cash Mayfield first refractor, Bonham first refractor, Cal Steven first refractor, Crow Grauer first refractor, Johnny King first refractor, Antonucci first refractor, Henrik Hernandez first refractor, Caglione Plasma, and our auto for this one is going to be Tyson Neighbors. First Bowman base auto, San Diego, Andrew Moore picking up the auto. To round out the first break. Give me a sec. Let me put all of this away. All right, let's recap, and then we will do the random for break credit. Celestin in action, Caglione to 250 VIP, Jonathan to 299, and Tyson Neighbors first Bowman auto, along with a fixed stack of top loadables. Let's do the random. What's up, Kev Cards? All right, here we go. This is for $25 in 2025 Topps Chrome break credit. 8 times. Top spot gets it. 1, 2, 3. I said 8, right? Yep. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ben Berry. Ben, congratulations. So, Ben, you can use that on any break that I have now or anything that I may post on Friday. If we're running stuff live on stream on Friday, you can use it for any of that. Just message me either here on District or on Discord and tell me what you want to use it on, and I can either open up offers or whatever we need to do accordingly to make that happen. All right? So that is the only thing we had closed. That was the only thing that we had full. Thank you for Ben for helping me with that right before we came on. So let's bring you guys back over. So it's the same basically what you're looking at is the same process for 422, which is on stage, and where's the third one? And 423. So 422 In 423, same thing. $25 in Chrome break credit for each one, and all the prices for the spots are under $25. So basically, for the spot price, getting a shot at winning break credit for Chrome that's more than what the spot price is, and that was kind of the design behind this, was to get some great credit and do some cheap stuff. So Phil's in for 2 on 422 to take us to 14. Yeah, guys, everything we're gonna do is gonna be cheap between now and Friday. I'm not gonna push anything. We're just gonna do some cheap stuff with some stuff we like. We're gonna get some great credit, so that way we're starting to set ourselves up for next week, for when we start with Chrome next week. That is the plan, as I see it, going into 2025. I am excited for 2025 Chrome. I really like the case hits they're throwing out this year. It's going to be really. I think it's going to be worth it in that respect this year. They've done a little more. So if you have not got your Chrome spots, I'll put it out there while I'm thinking about it. So the breaks that I have up, I have PYT 1 and 2, half case of jumbo, and then I have PYT 1, 2, and 3, 3 breakers delight, and 1 hobby. And those are the 2 formats I'm going to do from the outset. I do have some blasters coming, and I have some megas coming when they release early next month. We'll figure those into everything as we go along next month. But basically just trying to load up as many autos as I can via the formats. And just try to keep things at a medium pace is realistically the idea. And then we can do football tonight if we want to dig into football as well. Got more optic and signature class. Basically, just I'm not changing the format on that. We're going to keep that set up as is. Jan's got 2. Rapoli's in. Mark and Ben are in. Grabbing some top loaders here because I'm running dry of top loaders. Hammer's in. Down to 7. And then also, guys, yesterday, we'll talk about it. So yesterday I had my onboarding call with Haystack. So we're going to start using Haystack starting with Topps Chrome next week. So you guys know I'm pretty good about getting, for big hits and stuff, getting pictures out in a timely fashion anyway. So we're going to start using Haystack with Chrome. I went through the stuff yesterday. I spent like an hour and a half with them yesterday, kind of going through everything and kind of getting everything set up. So we're going to have that ready for Chrome next week. So you guys will be able to see that. And then I did throw the option in there, especially for the bigger hits and with Chrome. If you want it graded and you want it to go in with grading with eMart, there is I did put a selection option on that if you want it graded, then I'll just transfer it over into my next shipment to eMart and it'll go into grading. So just fair heads up. It's kind of how I'm going to do that with Haystack. Yes, correct. If you are not a token holder, then I'll message you because we can't do that. It won't let me solicit it won't let me make it solely for token holders, unfortunately. But I wanted to put the option over there over not putting it there because that is something that I've had token holders do in recent months is had me pull stuff and send it to them. I know Michael Kramer, I just did that with his Roki Sasaki Series 2 auto that we pulled. So I wanted to make that option available for those who want to do it. What's up, Dollar Bin Hunters over on Instagram? Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, and I feel that as we are growing as a collective, having access to stuff like that is not only going to be good for me because I'm using it to turn around and talk about what we're doing, but good for you guys as well. So I think that's going to be, I think it's going to be good for that. All right. Give me one sec here, guys. I see some badge checks going on. All right, we're down to 7 on Inception on the second giveaway break. So that's 422. And then Ben, I got the note for you in the listing, so you got the Chrome credit on that. Boom. All right. Rocking and rolling. I like this. Trying to get it all together here. Let's put that up and put that there. All right. What's up, Ballpark Sports Cards? Probably should get SmackDown on, even though we're close to SummerSlam. SummerSlam's weekend of the National. Of course, it's going to be the weekend of the National this year. Update for you guys. All right. Let's reset this. That's fine. That's fine. Let's clear this. Boom, boom. Let's clear this. Do I have my list there? And I do. Hey, Amber, how are you? We don't need no stinking badges. All right, we're down to 7 on Inception. Amber, let's bring you up to speed here real quick. First of all, how are you? All right, so Amber, let's give you the breakdown real quick. Um, all right, so here's the deal, Amber. Let's bring you up to speed. What's up? Like, let's bring you guys up to the run here. Um, so what we're doing tonight, Amber, with each break, you'll see the little badge on the graphic. I'm giving away $25 in Chrome break credit each time that with each of these 3 baseball breaks tonight and the 3 baseball breaks on Sunday night. So all 30 spots go into a random. Top spot of the random gets $25 in break credit. So and it's specifically for Topps Chrome this week. So it can be used on any spot, jumbo or not. Yeah, something a little nice, something a little different. What's up, JT's Wrestling Cards on Instagram? Good old Brew Crew. I think we may be going to Milwaukee next week. The good old 9 o'clock time West Coast starts. Good old 9 p.m. West Coast starts. I do not envy that. We all have to go through that, unfortunately, at some point through the season. So all right, we're down to 6 on Inception, and then after that, we've got yeah, you guys get like what the well, I mean, we all have a 1 p.m. start time unless it's a night game. You know what I mean? 10, 1, and 5. I'll tell you, I was not I was the only time I said I was envious was when we would do TV out in like Vegas. When we do TV out in Vegas, it would we unless we were live, we were starting at like 7 o'clock local time. But if we were live pay-per-view, we were starting at 5 o'clock. So we were done by 8, like hard out 3 hours. So we were off the air by 8 o'clock Pacific time, which means I was normally out by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I at least had some kind of a small semblance of an evening if I wanted to get food or actually find up like a food place outside of where we were that was actually open. Like it was definitely advantageous in that aspect. to be able to go that route with running those earlier start times on the West Coast. It didn't happen often because if we were just taping TV, we were starting at 7 o'clock local time if we were just recording TV. But if we weren't and we were doing pay-per-view, I remember like we did a Bound for Glory in Vegas that was we were with a part of Bound for Glory in Las Vegas, and that was live, and that had to be a 5 o'clock start because it was live pay-per-view. I was absolutely fine with that. Like all the way. Like would do it again. You know, 5 stars, no notes, would do it again. But even when we did the TV out on the West Coast, it still allowed me to be able to catch like the midnight red eye out of Las Vegas to get back into the Midwest if I was going to work the next day. Nice. Base Mate auto. Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, we've seen some good stuff. I pulled another first milestones from Inception at the shop on Wednesday. I think it was Andy Rodriguez from Pittsburgh. Man, I'm just gonna say it. Inception is so good as a product, man. It may be single-handedly the best Inception that I think we've written, and that goes back to 22. And we all enjoyed 22 for who was in it, but 24 seems to be like the most stacked when it comes to it. Yeah, rookie class always helps. Um, but it seems to me like from a collation standpoint, they're bigger hits with it, more like they're putting better hits more often. And it's not just like one per case. I mean, because I remember it was like Dominguez, and we had like Dominguez, Ellie, and a good finest moment all in one case. And the other autos weren't bad at all. Like it wasn't just base, and then one, basically. Hey, Dan. What's up, Mark? All right. So we're at 6 on Inception and Megas for the second 25 Chrome, 25 break credit. And then what are we left on the well, we're at just over half. 17 left on Chrome Platinum. I'm glad we found that. Shout out to Furtman for finding that Chrome Platinum deal. That Chrome Platinum box, man, we keep going back to that. It's probably the 4th time we've gone back to Chrome Platinum, 23 Chrome Platinum, and with good reason. Like that just seemed to always be a produce that always kind of just always produce. And then football tonight, we're 30 left on it, but it's signature class and optic if you want to go that route. Club comp soccer as well. Basically, from a price standpoint, 21.20, nothing over $21 for the rest of the night is really outside of Chrome for this coming week is basically where we're at. So all right. Let me pull this up. I'm going to get a post out here real quick. Where we at? Refresh. What baseball are you watching tonight? Amber's in on football. Probably should get a red score at some point. It may be worth it. Let me grab this.